Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, your legs suddenly tightening, the pain so sharp that you had to sit up straight in bed? It's a feeling that's hard to describe, isn't it? I've heard hundreds of my patients talk about nights like that. One 72-year-old woman once shared with me, "Doctor, there are times I don't even dare close my eyes because I'm afraid the cramps will come again like a storm in my sleep." And then, when I asked about her eating habits, I realized something very simple. She almost never ate bananas. I want you to imagine this. A small, ordinary banana holds within it a treasure of nutrients that can change the way your muscles and your sleep work. Bananas are rich in potassium, the mineral that regulates how your muscles contract and relax, keeping nerve signals flowing smoothly, like music being played in perfect rhythm. Without enough potassium, your muscles easily fall out of tune, leading to those sudden cramps you may have felt before. But that's not all. Bananas also contain magnesium, a mineral that acts like a gentle hand soothing tight muscles after a long day. I often tell my patients magnesium is like a deep breath for your muscles. With enough magnesium, the muscles relax, the tension fades, and your whole body feels lighter. And then there's vitamin B6, small, but incredibly important. D6 helps your nervous system send signals clearly, allowing your brain and muscles to work in harmony. Studies have shown that people who lack B6 often feel fatigued, sore, and more prone to nighttime spasms. Thankfully, a single banana can provide nearly 30% of your daily B6 needs. I remember a 65-year-old gentleman who often suffered from night cramps, so much that he had to give up fishing trips he loved. When I suggested he add a banana to his dinner, along with a glass of water, just a few weeks later he came back to my office smiling. He said, "Doctor, I've finally been sleeping through the night, and last weekend I went back to the lake." That story reminded me, sometimes happiness doesn't come from expensive treatments, but from a simple reconnection with nature, like eating a ripe yellow banana. Have you noticed how cramps tend to happen more in the summer, when your body loses more sweat and electrolytes? That's when bananas become the perfect companion. With potassium, magnesium, and a touch of natural sugar, bananas not only help prevent cramps, but also give you gentle energy and help you recover more quickly after activity. I want you to picture this. Before bed, instead of reaching into the fridge for sweets or alcohol, you choose a ripe banana paired with a warm glass of water. Its gentle sweetness melts on your tongue, carrying you back to a sense of peace, almost like childhood. Then, as you lie down, your body no longer fears those sudden spasms. You drift into restful sleep and wake in the morning with strong legs ready to move with confidence. I'm not saying bananas will make you... Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, your legs suddenly tightening, the pain so sharp you can't even move? I've had countless patients tell me that these cramps make them afraid to go to bed. One of my 68-year-old patients once said to me, "Doctor, I just wish I could lie through the night without being startled by the pain." And you know what? Sometimes the solution comes from something surprisingly simple, an egg. Yes, a single egg can bring a profound change to your body. I want you to imagine this. Inside one egg, there are about 6 grams of complete protein, meaning all the essential amino acids your muscles need to heal, recover, and function smoothly. As we age, our muscles naturally lose strength, a process called sarcopenia. But the protein in eggs acts like a quiet craftsman, repairing worn-out fibers after a long day, helping you rise with more stability the next morning. Eggs also carry vitamin D, the nutrient that allows your body to absorb calcium better, keeping bones steady and, most importantly, reducing those midnight cramps. In truth, many older adults are deficient in vitamin D simply because they don't get enough sunlight. Eating an egg a day is like giving your body a little ray of sunshine to make up for what's missing. And there's more. Eggs also contain vitamin B12 and choline. These two nutrients strengthen your nervous system, ensuring the signals traveling from your brain to your muscles are clear and steady. You see, cramps are not always just about weak muscles. Sometimes they come from scrambled signals between the nerves and the muscles. A single egg can help smooth those signals, preventing sudden spasms. Now, I won't tell you eggs are a magic cure, But I've seen patients who, after adding eggs to their daily meals, notice their night cramps fading away and their sleep becoming more peaceful. Dudodukan, picture this. Tomorrow morning, as you sit at the table, instead of rushing with only a cup of coffee, you treat yourself to a simple boiled egg. Small, humble, yet quietly powerful. A companion on your journey to keeping your legs strong and your nights calm. Have you ever felt your legs suddenly grow heavy and stiff after a long walk or from standing too long? Many of my patients have told me it feels like an invisible rope is tightening around their calves, and then the cramp strikes without warning. I often tell them that sometimes the answer lies in something small enough to fit in the palm of your hand, like a handful of nuts or seeds. Did you know that inside these tiny bites lies magnesium, the mineral that acts like a key to unlock muscle relaxation? When your muscles contract, magnesium is what allows them to release. Without it, your muscles can seize up, like guitar strings pulled too tight. Just a handful of almonds, pumpkin seeds, or walnuts each day can give you nearly 20% of your daily magnesium needs. A quiet but steady support. I want you to imagine this. After a long day, you sit by the window as the late afternoon sun pours in. In your hand is a small bowl of walnuts or cashews. As you chew slowly, it's not just the nutty richness that spreads, but also nourishment flowing to your muscles, your blood vessels, and your nervous system. One of my 70-year-old patients used to suffer such severe cramps that he had to stop his morning walks with his wife. When I suggested he add pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds to his diet, just over a month later, he returned to my office, smiling brightly. "Doctor, I can walk with her again every morning." You see, sometimes something so small can give back something truly precious. But nuts and seeds don't stop at magnesium. They also contain potassium, calcium, vitamin E, and healthy fats, all of which keep your circulation smooth, your blood vessels flexible, and your muscles nourished with oxygen. I often call this the river inside the body. When that river flows freely, muscles fatigue less, and cramps slowly become a distant memory. Have you noticed how, as we age, the body reacts more strongly to even the smallest imbalances? A little thirst, a little lack of minerals, and it can turn into a painful cramp. And yet, these tiny seeds, eaten consistently, become a quiet shield, protecting you day after day. I'm not telling you to eat a lot. Just one small handful, about an ounce, is enough. Sprinkle them over your morning oatmeal, toss them into your lunchtime salad, or simply enjoy them as a light snack. These simple little choices can become the foundation for stronger legs and more peaceful sleep. I want you to remember this. Our bodies don't ask for grand gestures. They only need us to care for them with small, steady habits repeated each day. An egg in the morning, a banana in the evening, and a handful of nuts as the sun goes down. 3 simple companions that can walk with you through your later years, easing cramps, lightening the spirit, and bringing calmer nights of rest. Did you know that muscle health doesn't just come from what we eat, but also from the way we live and breathe each day? I often call this the mind-muscle connection. Imagine this. You've just finished a banana or an egg in the morning. If you simply sit still, it can take much longer for those nutrients to reach your muscles. But if you stand up, take a slow 5-minute walk, or even practice some deep breathing, you're opening the pathway for blood to flow. The nutrients travel faster, reaching every fiber of your muscles, making them more flexible and far less prone to cramping. I've seen this in both young 25-year-old office workers who sit too much, and in my patients over 70 who once thought they no longer had the strength to move. In truth, just a few gentle minutes can make all the difference. One of my patients, age 67, once told me, "Doctor, I used to think exercise meant walking miles and miles. But when you suggested I simply take a few deep breaths and walk around the house after meals, I tried it, and I started sleeping better, with fewer cramps in my legs." That reminded me again, real health doesn't come from extreme effort, but from gentle, consistent habits repeated over time. And then, beyond nutrition and movement, there's another factor many people overlook: smart sleep. For me, sleep isn't just about rest. It's the quiet time when the body repairs itself. Think about it. How many times have you been woken up in the middle of the night by a sudden cramp in your calf? Sometimes it's not that you didn't eat well, it's simply the way you sleep. I often recommend my patients place a small pillow under their calves or sleep on their side to reduce pressure. Simple adjustments, but surprisingly effective. And there's one more habit, a light snack before bed. A ripe banana with a warm glass of water. It may sound ordinary, but that small combination helps calm the nervous system while keeping muscles supplied with the minerals they need through the night. Many of my patients have told me afterwards, "Doctor, I feel as if I'm gently lulled to sleep. I no longer worry about those sudden cramps waking me up." You see, our bodies don't ask for extraordinary things. They only ask for small, steady acts of care, repeated every day. A few minutes of movement after meals, a comfortable sleeping posture, a banana before bed. These habits, simple as they may seem, become the bridge that carries you through aging with steadier legs, a lighter spirit, and calmer, more peaceful nights.